Hello and welcome to MechWarrior Patch Notes number 15. This occurred on November 6, 2012. I will also be going over the hotfix which happened on November 8, 2012. The mech that's playing in the background is my founder's Catapult C1F. This is the mech that I am playing after the reset for open beta. It's mostly a stock C1F, but I took off the jump jets and added more LRM ammo. I'm playing this basically to earn C-bills so that I can buy back my Gausscat again. The first topic is that we have a new map to play on. Forest Colony Snow is a revamped version of Forest Colony. This is not a reskin of Forest Colony. There are actually a few changes to Forest Colony Snow. The biggest noticeable difference is that on coordinate C4, where the tunnel entrance is, one of the roads leading up to that area has been blocked off. On the original Forest Colony, this was a very defensible position, but in Forest Colony Snow, the only people that go up there are the people who want to go through the tunnels. And since this is a cold map, you get a bonus to your heat sink efficiency. The next topic to discuss is the Artemis 4 FCS upgrade for missile mechs. The Artemis is a targeting system that increases the accuracy of LRMs and SRMs. Upgrading to the Artemis will give you improved lock-on times, and also your missiles will hit in tighter groups. It will not give your SRMs guidance abilities like the Streak missiles. So what are the downsides of using the Artemis upgrade? Well, you need to use special Artemis ammos for your missiles. It does not work with your Streak SRM missiles. Lastly, the Artemis weighs 6 tons and takes up 6 critical hit slots. Also, to upgrade to that unit and the missiles that you will need, it will probably cost you around 1 million C-bills. Now, having said all that, on November 8th, basically 2 days after the patch, MechWarrior did a hotfix that basically nerfed LRM damage and made the Artemis upgrade less effective. So basically, if you equip the Artemis 4 right now, your LRI mech will still be doing less damage than it did previously before the November 6 patch. Another problem I have with the Artemis upgrade is that why is it even an upgrade? By making an upgrade, you cannot transfer it between mechs. This is not like the other upgrades like armor and structure, in which you can convince me that it has to be custom for each variant mech. The Artemis is just a targeting system, much like the Narc and the Tag that are already existent in the game. So instead of having a targeting system that's transferable like the Narc and the Tag, they made it so that you have to buy it for each mech. This sounds like a money sink to me. But to be honest, if I was playing a missile boat, I would definitely equip the Artemis onto my mech. The next topic is the Centurion CN9-D variant has been added back into the game. The CN9 is a medium class mech weighing in at 50 tons. It has a XL300 engine equipped, which has a max speed of 97.2 km per hour, which could potentially make it the fastest medium mech that you can get. The weapon loadout is 2 medium lasers, 1 LB-10X autocannon, 1 LMR-10 with the Artemis upgrade. All of this gear adds up to 8 million C-bills for this mech, which is 5 million more C-bills than the other 2 variant Centurion mechs. My opinions on this mech is that the entire loadout is ridiculous. Having an Artemis upgrade for 1 LMR-10, why would you even do that? It's not even the main source of your damage. And if you were to customize it for long range combat, say to have 2 LMR-10s, why would you have such a big engine? You would probably have a smaller engine and load up on more ammo. If you wanted to make this mech a close range fighter, why would you waste 11 tons equipping 1 LMR-10 and the Artemis upgrade? It seems like that's a waste of 11 tons, and we're not even talking about the ammo that you would need to carry. It seems like the developers wanted to make a very high-tech, well-rounded mech, but all they ended up doing was making a mech that wasn't good at anything. The next topic is the implementation of Phase 1 of the matchmaking system. In Phase 1, you can create groups that are 2, 3, 4 players in size. So the limit is 4 players and you will have to pick up 4 pugs for a match. Each team will have the same mech weight classes. So if Team A has 4 assault mechs, 2 heavy mechs, and 2 light mechs, the other team needs to have the same thing. This phase was basically put in to prevent pug stomping. Pug stomping is when an 8-player group goes in and plays pugs all day long and they really don't stand a chance. 8-player groups usually don't match up with another 8-player groups because they don't usually have the same weight classes. So what ends up happening is that the pugs rage quit and the pre-made groups are boring because they hardly have any competition to go up against. Keep in mind that this is only the first phase of the matchmaking system. There are still 2 more phases to go. The next topic is the double heatsinks are no longer twice as effective as single heatsinks. They are now only 40% more effective than single heatsinks. The reason for this change is because heavy and assault mechs have big engines, and it was very easy for them to get heat neutral, which means that they can fire the weapons at will without any fear of overheating. This gave the heavy and assault mechs huge DPS boosts, which is something that the devs don't want. In MechWarrior, heat management has always been a core mechanic, and it's something that's really important. To make it irrelevant would really take away from the franchise. The last topic for today are the gameplay notes. The hitbox detection has been greatly improved. You should see greater accuracy with all of your weapons. Trial mechs now get locked when taken into gameplay. This is probably to prevent farmers from joining a game, forcefully disconnecting and doing that over and over again to farm C-bills. Mechs with weapon bay doors can now toggle open and close using the slash button. I guess this is for a future implementation because you don't really need to open and close doors to fire missiles right now. The AC-20 autocannon heat generation has been reduced from 7 to 6. Pulse lasers were not generating the correct amount of heat. Small pulse lasers now generate 50% more heat. Medium and large pulse lasers now generate 25% more heat. Also, the standard small laser now generates 25% more heat. The forest colony map also now has a destroyed ship in the large water area. This gives people a place to go for long-range combat. The only important bug fix to mention is that missiles now correctly explode at max range.